Hey everyone, welcome to channel natin. Ako nga pala si Janus ng Pinoy Techdad. Today we're going to be talking about this phone. This is the Honor X9A and napakarami sa inyo nagre-request na check out natin to. Siguro nadala na rin kayo ng hype dahil napakaraming gumawa ng mga videos, mga tech content creators dito sa Philippines doing a lot of drop tests. And for me, I didn't want to join the craze sa pag-drop test nito. Alright, so we've proven na matibay yung display nito. But how about the other aspects of the phone? Because after all, this is not a drop test phone. This is an actual phone na gagamitin natin. And I'm wondering, after watching a lot of videos ng mga fellow tech content creators natin sa Philippines and even the international tech content creators, ako lang ba yung sira yung mata and mali yung nakikita kong result ng camera? Kasi ibang-iba sa mga sinasabi nila. A lot of them said na okay yung camera nito except for one tech content creator na sinabi na there's a long way to go para sa Honor in terms of the camera. But for the rest of the other tech YouTubers, grabe, sinabi nila okay daw yung camera nito. You have to listen to this video because I am gonna tell you the truth and this is gonna be the hard truth about sa Honor X9A. But before that, I wanna give a quick shout out sa mga viewers natin from Misamis Occidental Provincial Hospital, MOPH, dyan sa Oroquieta City, my province. Dahil alam kong mga nanonood dyan, mostly pinilit ng mom ko na manood. But thank you so much for your support and shoutout na rin sa mga kababayan ko sa Oroquieta City. I hope you guys are doing okay after suffering through the sheer line and rainy weather na non-stop talaga. Anyway, my prayers all go out to you para maging okay na tayo dyan lahat sa probinsya ng Oroquieta. But let's continue. I need to help a lot of you guys out kasi marami sa inyo confused ko ano nga ba yung dapat nilang piliin na phone dahil isa to sa mga kino-consider nyo na phone. It's one of the hottest phones out there right now. So let's check out the quick unboxing. Okay, so I want to make this quick. I'm gonna be talking about the things that I liked about this phone and the things na hindi ko naman nagustuhan tungkol sa phone na to. Simulan natin sa pinaka-obvious. For me, I'm a fan of the curved edge display. So okay na okay sa akin yung curved edge display na to. And this is a super slim phone and very lightweight as well. So talagang pasok na pasok to sa preference ko when it comes to a phone. But some of you might not prefer a curved edge display. So baka deal breaker na yan agad para sa inyo. And then yung back panel naman ito, I like it. It's matte finish. I have the emerald green colorway. And medyo hindi ko lang trip yung camera module. So it has a circular camera module, napakalaki. Pero yung gitna niya, instead of being glass as well, para siyang may break sa design. So ito, mukhang donut kasi may butas sa gitna. And I also like that very slim yung mga bezels nito. So top, bottom, almost equal yung bezels niya. And then napakaliit lang ng selfie camera niya. So design-wise, this is a winner in my book. Another thing that I like about this is the UI. So this one is running the Magic UI 6.1 based on Android 12. So hindi pa naka-Android 13, but I'm pretty sure this will get the Android 13 treatment as well. I almost have zero complaints about it. Wala akong na-experience the bugs so far. However, sinabi kong almost dahil meron akong one minor thing that I'd like to point out sa inyo. If you're gonna be using the Honor or Magic UI 6.1 for the first time, dahil sa camera UI nito, you will see na iba yung side ng ultra-wide and iba yung side ng 2x zoom. So if you're shooting in landscape, di ba ang typical na setup is that nasa left side yung ultra-wide. So this should be the 0.5 lens. But instead, yung nasa left side dito is the 2x zoom and then nasa right side naman yung ultra-wide. So that's something that you need to get used to if you're gonna switch to an Honor device. Hindi naman po siya big deal but it's something worth pointing out. Now, another thing na nagustuhan ko dito is yung overall performance niya. So this one is a Snapdragon 695. At kung sinusundan mo yung channel ko at yung Facebook page ko, you already know my thoughts about the Snapdragon 695. This is a chipset that I do not like personally. So napakaraming hardware limitations ito for a chipset at this price range. So para sa akin, kung bibili ka ng phone with the Snapdragon 695, it should be only around 12 to 13,000 pesos. Kung ang gagamitin mo lang naman dito is for casual use, some gaming on the side, and then regular phone use na for calls and text, and then maybe for social media browsing, wala po kayong ma-encounter na problema. For games, kaya naman niyang mag-provide ng magandang gaming experience. It's just that hindi mo lang talaga masasagad yung games mo considering na meron siyang mataas na Antutu benchmark points. Like umaabot to ng 400,000 Antutu benchmark points. So you can definitely play games like Mobile Legends and even Genshin Impact. Kaya naman itong patakbuhin but at the lowest graphical settings. Now moving on to the next one na nagustuhan ko dito, it's definitely the display. So again, I'm a fan of the curved edge display. So gustong-gusto ko yan sa mga phones. Pero again, kung deal breaker to para sa inyo, then you already know that this is not the phone for you. But this one has an AMOLED display, Full HD resolution, and 120Hz refresh rate na napakaganda. It's what you would expect from an AMOLED display. Very vibrant yung colors. It's not overly saturated. Saktong-sakto lang to please the eyes. And then it has very deep contrast. Talagang black is truly black when you use an AMOLED display. So wala tayong issues on that aspect. This is definitely better than your typical IPS LCD panel na phone at this price range. So whether you're just watching YouTube videos or Netflix, solve na solve kayo dito sa phone na to. Take note, however, na wala tong HDR capability. So kung hinahanap nyo yun sa isang phone, you won't find it here. Na isa pa sa mga nagustuhan ko, meron na tong napakalaking storage. So meron tong 256 gigabytes of storage. Solid na yan para sa mga nangangailangan na ganyang kalaki na file storage dahil marami na kayong malalagay na photos and videos as well as games na pwede nyo i-install. Now on the flip side, however, wala tong expandable memory card slot. So kung kailangan nyo ng extra memory, you will have to use an on-the-go storage device para dito. And I will link in the description box kung ano yung recommended ko na on-the-go na Type-C na flash drive. And then second to the last sa mga nagustuhan ko, of course, is the battery capacity as well as the fast charging. So meron tong 5,100 mAh na battery capacity. It can last you for a full day or even more dahil matipid naman talaga sa battery itong Snapdragon 695. So that's one of the good things para sa Snapdragon 695. At panghuli sa mga nagustuhan ko, syempre pwede bang hindi natin banggitin yung sobrang matibay na front panel nitong Honor X9A. So this one is a Kunlun glass. So if you haven't seen the Kunlun glass in action before, you can watch a lot of drop tests done on the Huawei Mate 50 Pro. And then of course, napakaraming gumawa ng drop test dito sa tech content creators natin sa Philippines. So magsasawa kayo sa kakanood ng content nila na paulit-ulit na drop test. Nagawa na ng lahat. So ano pang point na uulitin natin? But anyway, yeah, you can always depend on the front panel nitong phone na to. Perfect tong phone na to para sa mga tao na super clumsy na ilang beses nilang mababagsak yung phone nila. Or kung palagi kayong nag-aaway ng girlfriend mo or ng misis mo and may chance na iba to yung phone mo, definitely consider this phone. Pero for the rest of us na normal lang, hindi naman nag-aalala masyado na nababagsak yung phone natin, I don't know, this might not be a big deal, but it's really nice to have this on a phone like this. So hopefully in the future, mas marami pang phones ang gumamit ng ganitong klaseng protection sa phones nila. So those are the things na nagustuhan ko tungkol sa Honor X9A. Now what about the things na hindi ko naman gaano nagustuhan? Well, let's start talking about those. Unahin natin yung camera. So this one has a good display and supposedly a good camera. I mean, makikita mo naman sa camera module niya, di ba? Palaban yung itsura. And initially, yun din naman yung inisip ko na baka may palag yung camera nitong Honor X9A dahil pagdating naman sa Honor 70, maganda rin yung camera noon. So, hey, who knows? Baka nag-trickle down yung ganda ng camera papunta dito sa Honor X9A, but that is not the case. Like I mentioned, the Snapdragon 695 is not a chipset that I like dahil sa hardware limitation. So, it starts with the video. So, let's talk about the video first. So, sa video, meron lang tayong maximum of 1080p 30 frames per second. So, it's the same problem that we had with the Redmi Note 11 Pro global version na hanggang 1080p 30 frames per second lang. So medyo nakakadismaya na wala tayong 4K 30 frames per second or even just 1080p 60 frames per second, considering na itong Infinix Zero 5G 2023 na worth 12,000 pesos lang sa SRP, merong 4K 30 and meron ding 1080p 60. I always tell everyone na nagme-message or nagko-comment sa akin, nagtatanong about phones with the Snapdragon 695 na it's not something that I would recommend. Now, fortunately, merong konting saving grace yung video capability. So, mapapansin nyo na hindi naman super mauga yung video. Pero pagdating talaga sa quality ng video, whether you're shooting under broad daylight or in a dark scene or night mode, well, medyo struggle talaga pagdating sa quality ng video na makukuhanan nyo. So if you're considering this for vlogging, nako, marami pa pong better options pagdating sa video capability ng phones. Pagdating naman sa photos, medyo underwhelming din yung performance ng X9A. So a lot of YouTubers said na okay daw. Pero there's one tech YouTuber, I forgot the name, but they're not here in the Philippines, na sabi na Honor has a long way to go pagdating sa photo department or sa camera department, and I would highly agree with that statement. So malaki pa yung pwedeng improve pa ni Honor at this price range dahil kahit na in broad daylight ko sinute yung mga photos, grabe, meron talagang lacking in details, soft yung edges, talagang nakulangan ako sa quality ng pictures nito, lalong-lalo na for 16,990 pesos. Pagdating sa quality ng photos, you'll be better off with something else. And just a quick message para sa mga fanboys and even the brand. So I'm not trying to destroy your product. I'm actually trying to call your attention na you still have a lot of things that you can improve, lalong-lalo na sa camera department ng phone nyo. So maybe an improvement in the image processing through a software update can salvage what is missing dito sa Honor X9A, or maybe hopefully in the future products na dito sa same line na to, ma-improve nyo palalo yung camera. Kasi it is truly underwhelming. And I know you will say that this is just a lower mid-range device, but there are lower mid-range devices that can compete or are very competitive. Lalong-lalo na yung Pixel 6a. What's stopping you guys from doing better in the camera segment? So yun ang number one sa hindi ko nagustuhan dito sa Honor X9A. It's the camera performance. And number two, yung Snapdragon 695. Again, the Snapdragon 695 has just too much limitations para sa isang chipset at the mid-range segment. So if you are gonna price a chipset like this, it should be around the 12,000 range and not above 15,000 pesos. If this was a Dimensity 920 or maybe even Dimensity 1080, I wouldn't even complain. Okay lang yung presyo na 16,990. Anyway guys, yun lang yung mga gusto ko ibahagi tungkol sa Honor X9A. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are gonna be asking, ano yung better alternative if you're not gonna go for the Honor X9A at 16,990 pesos? Well, the number one alternative that you can pick, especially for gaming, is the Poco X4 GT na meron ng Dimensity 8100, although it's using an IPS LCD panel. It has a really good IPS LCD panel and napakaganda nung refresh rate niya, 144 Hz, and surprisingly, meron siyang Dolby Vision na HDR. So, unlike with the X9A na walang HDR. And then second option you can pick is the Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G. And yes, I know this is an older phone, but it still has the Snapdragon 778G, still has 4K resolution sa videos, it takes good quality photos, and then meron ding 4K front-facing camera. So it's still a great choice in 2023. Actually, gagawin ko pa ulit ng re-review yung Samsung Galaxy A52s 5G. And of course, one of the better alternatives as well is the Infinix Zero 5G 2023. Meron ng Dimensity 1080 and this only costs 12,000 pesos sa SRP, and you can even catch it on sale at around 11 or maybe even 10,000 pesos. So sobrang sulit nitong phone na to. And then, Meron ditong 4K 30 frames per second and it takes decent photos as well as compared dito sa Honor X9A. Kung kaya nyo maghintay, wait for the global version of the Redmi Note 12 Pro series na lalabas na rin soon. And then finally guys, dahil subscribers kayo ng Pinoy Techdad, just a quick teaser, meron rin tayong paparating na phone from an undisclosed brand but you already know what it is. And it's coming out in February and it has a Snapdragon 778G and a way better camera than this one. I promise you guys, magugulat kayo sa quality ng camera ng phone na yon. So, abangan nyo yan dahil almost close lang to the price nitong Honor X9A. So, that's why you really have to subscribe dito sa channel natin because I give you a lot of information about the phones that you could possibly buy para hindi masayang yung pera nyo. Kung gusto nyo pa rin i-consider tong Honor X9A, this is something that Honor fans can choose if talagang gustong-gusto nyo yung Honor na UI and then yung Honor na brand and then yung looks nito. I can't complain about sa looks and design nito. If you're gonna use this as a casual phone, again, kung hindi kayo masyado sa camera, okay lang, pwede nyong pagtyagaan yung quality. Pero for me, kung napakalaking bagay ng camera sa inyo, well, maybe look at other options na binanggit ko. So there you have it guys. That's my review of the Honor X9A. Don't believe the hype. Just watch the people who are telling you the truth. Anyway, kung gusto mo pang manood ng mga videos ko, ito po yung video natin sa mga abangan yung phones in 2023 and ito naman yung Xiaomi 13 Pro. So hanggang sa susunod, ako nga pala ulit si Janus ng Pinoy Techdad. Kita-kita ulit tayo.